Hello, everybody, and welcome to unmade gaming. I don't know who's gay. Everyone, unmade gaming. It's a day. I'm having a day and a stroke. It's time for the North Seat. We're back. Oh God. I hope the stream goes just like this for the rest of the time. So, before we get started, let's hear from our cast and crew. Remind us who you are, who you're playing today, and we'll start with Ethan. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us about the North Seat.
I'm Ethan. You can find me at Super Robot Bear, on Twitter, where I do a lot of things and am part of a lot of things. Today, I'll be playing as a spooky bear, which I'm excited for.
Perfect. You guys can also, let me see if I can do this right. Let me see how I remember how to be a streamer today. You guys can also purchase, nailed it. You can also purchase this module. Actually, this one's free. The next one, and soon to be the third one, at that link right there. Head over to see all of Ethan's North Seat games. Download that primer. Check it out. Game is super awesome. All the custom classes, all the custom races, edits to classes, custom monsters, all kinds of cool stuff, and it is available for you on Roll20 as well. With that, let's jump over to Miss Ginger Ninja. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I am Xmas Ginger Ninja. I can say my name correctly. I'm going to be reprising my role as Ren, who's really just along for the ride. She's just excited to be here with her friend. So, you know, we don't really trust these people yet, but maybe we're going to make friends. Or maybe we'll just watch two brothers beat the shit out of each other again. So
that was good.
But you can find me pretty much everywhere. Xmas Ginger Ninja.
I won by a lot, for the record. I did. Let's jump right over to your best friend. Bird, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hey there, folks. I am Bird vs. Plane. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at that very same username. And I'm going to be playing Salim, who is a Maritane warlock, basically a former slave who is now the keeper of the witch Rin. And yeah, we are just buddying it up with one bozo and one person we're like pretty cool bard. I don't know, Vestian's like a little bit higher in my books now after not losing a fight. Thanks again, chat. So we'll see what this bear situation's all about.
I won the fair and square. You don't even know.
Baron Square?
Baron Square. Since he didn't shout it out, I'll go ahead and do it for you. If you guys haven't already, go check out Bird in the Storm on Twitter. Bird is one half of a publishing company that is going to be producing all kinds of fun games coming out soon. And last but not least, Maddie, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hello, I'm Mad Fishmonger. You can find me at Mad Fishmonger on Twitter and all kinds of stuff from there. And I am playing Cardus, who is a 7'9" bard. She's pretty metal. I've gotten a good collection of quotes for myself too, for my spell casting. So I'm looking forward to that.
I saw that. That's pretty dope. You outsourced it to the community.
Yeah,
I'm all about
it. I got some good metal lyrics.
Sweet. And I will be playing Vestian, the obvious hero of the group, leader extraordinaire, best person in the village, and humble to boot. Before we hand things over to Ethan, this is a sponsored stream. So guys, if you haven't already, go check out the Dice of Rolling. It is a complete set of polyhedral dice optimized with quantities and colors for 5th edition. Go check those guys out. Use code UMG. Get $1 off and kick back some cash over to the stream so we can do all kinds of cool other things. Definitely not modest. Also, if you guys want to save everyone else's butt, as you did last week, check the donation section down below for Nat 1s, Nat 20s, NPCs, and all kinds of cool items. And I believe, Ethan, there are 2 items left over from last week. I will send you, and we'll toss it over to you. So, Ethan, take us away to the North Seat.
I actually have plans for those magic items. And the first will probably get done right away, actually, relatively quickly. We awake the next day after the judgment from last time. If you'll remember last time, there were... Vestian fought his brother, who was basically deluding himself that he was not going magic. Not going... That's a word I just said. He was learning these dreamer powers, but was trying to abandon them, and it didn't work out for him. So they beat him up, and they're going to ship him off as soon as they can to Hoxha Yord, which is where the witches go to learn how to deal with that better. But today is the next day, the next morning. And I actually do want to go around, and I want to talk about our sort of like opening, our morning rituals of everybody. Who would like to go first?
I think Ren would be up extra early. And she would, as she's still feeling better from the night before when she, pushed out some of this magic that she's been, holding on to all day. And she wakes up pretty early and just starts goes down and maybe cleans clothes or prepares breakfast or, does anything that she can to kind of help Salim before he wakes up. She feels like he probably never had that, and she didn't either, but she would try to be nice, but fuck everybody else.
And with Salim, you beat me to it, because Salim's plan was to knowing what you said the night before and knowing how these feelings, this discussion brought up your past. He was really hoping to wake up earlier than you to bring you some tea or coffee or make some breakfast. So he gets up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and looks over and sees you're already up. Just shit. And so rushes downstairs or wherever, because we're in the foreign quarter still, correct?
Yes.
So rushes basically to find you and just kind of check in on you. His plan to be a nice guy completely destroyed.
Too late.
Yeah. Not destroyed, but one-upped.
One-upped. One-upped is a great word for that.
I think Cardis, she really struggles to fall asleep and subsequently wake up. When she does eventually fall asleep, she is sleeps like the dead. You cannot wake her up. She is out. But when she wakes up, she, tosses and turns, wakes up miserable, and immediately gets up, has a bath and starts doing a workout in her room, doing lots of push-ups until she kind of feels awake, because she took the whispered background, which is unique to this particular universe.
It was secret.
Yes, but I also hear voices.
That as well.
So, it's sort of as she's trying to sleep and then waking up, in that sort of in-between time, she gets the voices. So she has a tendency to sort of get up and start moving immediately to try and, shake out the cobwebs and try and get the voices to stop. Because she can hear them, but she can't talk about what she hears, and it's just frustrating. So, and then she'd probably take breakfast in her room and write. Spend the time writing. She's got to get down everything that happened, and write the epic tale of her adventures.
And Vestian, his morning is broken into two parts.
I'm actually going to interrupt you.
Shit. Okay.
When you wake up,
Mm-hmm.
what you see hanging in front of your face is a wyvern face. First thing when you wake up.
Just
this far away from you.
Right in there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he awakes with a start. I don't know that he cries out, but he definitely does that scooch back up against the headboard of the bed and kind of looks around to see what's happening. Why is there a wyvern? I think he instinctually reaches for his new mace that he is clearly using to honor the dead, and grabs for that and as he takes stock of the room, because there's no way that he would sleep through a wyvern attack. It's impossible.
As you kind of grab the mace, and do you swing it?
I don't think I do. I think I kind of grab it like defensively, because again, like he is still awake, but there's no way that an alarm wouldn't have gotten risen and a wyvern would have gotten into his house, and no one would have noticed. This would be the stealthiest wyvern in the world, and he is concerned as to how it did so or didn't do so. I don't think he swings right away.
You kind of do that, and then your eyes kind of clear up, and you see, dangling from a rope, the shield is stuck on a pole, being held by your father.
What an ass!
And he goes, "Oh, that was a good joke, right?"
That was quite a good joke. Yes, I appreciate that. Waking up to that. That's good. I assume you're already awake, and so you've gotten yourself food, and you don't need me to do that for you. Good. Okay, I'm gonna get ready then. Thank you. Is this?
And he kind of drops the shield on you,
Ow.
and kind of undoes the rope real quick, just like a gift.
For whom should I deliver this?
For you, my son.
Oh, for
Carved from the bone of a wyvern I killed with my own hands. This shield has seen me through troubling times. Your fight with your brother yesterday told me that I think you could use a little more protection.
well then, I will take it and wield it alongside this. And he pulls up he holds aloft the wyvern fang maul, and he says, "And one day too, I will fight one with my bare hands, and make weapons and armor from its bones."
See that you do.
Well, I'll get ready now.
I'll leave you to it. And he kind of leaves the room.
So
He leaves the room laughing still. Like he walks into
Boisterously.
the room and just like, ah, my son!
and then I hung
I
it from
pulled it
the
again.
rafter. Dumb. So now with the first half of his morning taken care of, which would usually be tending to the homestead and making sure everything is prepared for his father's to wake up and just kind of go about his day, he puts on not his full like armor, like not his full chainmail or his full his mail suit. He basically puts on the padding underneath, and he stores his shield and he stores his maul, and he walks down in basically what amounts to armored underclothes to the docks, where he goes underneath one of the docks, and festooned to the underside of the dock is what we would think of as like a crab cage or a lobster cage, and he reaches inside and he pulls out a snake that he has stored several snakes there, and he reaches out underneath the other side and pulls out a scythe, and then places the scythe down, holds the snake, and then removes his underclothes, and before wading into the frozen cold water, where he severs the head of the snake and then paints the blood on his chest, and then walks into the water and cleanses himself while praying to the lady, and then walks back out, dons his armor, and walks back to prepare for the day. You're
Real spooky.
right?
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I figure like that's like her shit, and she's the god of life and death. So I was like, let's kill a thing and wear
Still a
it
thing.
like a hat.
And
So-
wear it. Let's
Yeah.
kill it and wear it.
Yeah, and she's the goddess of water, so like let's do it in water.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Your spell pool feels replenished.
Sweet.
Your spiritual energies.
Yes. It's my favorite kind of energy. It's the best energy.
All right. And then I imagine you guys, after your morning rituals all around, whatever sort of flatbreads and probably some fruits that you guys eat in the morning, you guys meet up because you guys have some more business today.
I like it.
You guys,
Yeah, we'd probably meet in, like the Hunter's Lodge, right?
you guys have already eaten, so maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe you meet in the center of town next to the big meeting tree. There's a big tree in the center of town where people usually like meet me at the tree, and then you meet at the tree.
Yeah. That works. Yeah, so we'd meet at the tree, I assume in the appropriate levels of armor and readiness, and Vestian kind of walks out and he says, "So we agreed after the situation with my brother was dealt with, we would take care of this bear that's been harassing the hunters. Yes?"
Yes, but Vestian, how are you holding up? I mean, you did dispatch your brother yesterday. Are you okay with this?
I'm
You doing
fine.
okay up here?
It needed to be done. He was, and he kind of like side eyes Ren. He was ill. It was for the best, and he needs to be trained and taught.
Salim will narrow his eyes at you when you use the word ill.
He was a danger.
Ren's gonna
to the
cough.
village.
And just kind of look at her feet and walk around and just keep coughing.
Yes, there was something within him he couldn't control. That is correct. And the way we say that now, Vestian.
Right. Is that not what I said? Like an illness.
Artis, how are you today?
I get the sleep. I'm all right. I've never been to fight a bear, so I think I'm ready.
I too have never fought a bear, but I heard they are terrifying.
We fought bears all the time, isn't that right, Ren? We've dispatched many of them.
Yes, they taste quite good.
Yes, so no worries, we'll protect you out there. Yes, we are quite achieved at slaying bears. Totally talking out of his ass, but just trying to mess with Vestian a little bit.
Celine, do you remember that bear? And it had me by my shoulders, and you hit it in the face with a rock, and it dropped me, and we killed it.
Yes, the mighty rock. That's what they called me for quite some time, the rock.
Yes, Salim the Rock.
That is a very impressive nickname.
Yeah, thank you. So no worries, Vestian. We will protect you out there on your first bear hunt.
I'm concerned. How many bears have you eaten? I've been under the impression my entire life, as is, I think, everyone in the village, that if you eat a bear, you'll die.
And yet here
Well,
we
that is
stand.
for the weak-minded. I have eaten many a bear, and I am fine.
They're beings of corruption. They're literally.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a known fact. That's why we avoid.
I must be sick then.
Likely. You'll probably die soon. I think the corruption will claim you any day now.
For the weak-minded, maybe.
Eating bears. That's new party members. All right, okay, well then
She
lead on.
pulls like a piece of bread out of her pack and is just like bites it off.
Lead on, bear hunters.
Really chewing on it.
I wish to see you feast upon a new bear.
So when we heard about the bear rumors, did we know exactly like where they were? One was attacking, or like any kind of specific area this was going on at,
Like
or
bear?
You have been given, you do know like a general area where it was seen. They, possibly today or back when you heard the rumor, you might have asked for a little more information. The hunters who saw it would have told you, stay away from this area.
Sure.
Right? Like, don't go too far towards the setting sun. It's dangerous over there. Yeah.
It's dangerous to go alone. That's it.
Super
Don't take anything.
dangerous
Just
to go alone.
Just don't go anywhere.
Don't. It's dangerous to go there with a group. Bears are mean. Bears are bad, but
What's
bears are
it?
bad.
Are they bad news bears?
They're bad news bears.
Do any of you have a trap? Maybe we can build a trap or bring the bear to a place to make it easier, a choke point.
that is an excellent idea. Vestian, as the resident hunter here, certainly you have some experience building traps or locating animals like this and kind of coming at them with a pincer attack. Any recommendations?
No, I'm not a hunter.
Great.
What if we had bait?
You are the bear killing experts. The bear killing and eating, I would assume you guys know
Yes.
exactly what kind of bait and what traps the bears are most susceptible to. I follow your lead in this endeavor.
Okay. So you trust me?
Yes, to lead me to, and yeah, I'd love to see you prepare and cook.
Great. We have bait, my friends, the one who doesn't know how to hunt. So we will form a trap, and by your advice, and she looks over to you and says, by your advice, we could build a trap. Do you think you could do that?
I could try to build a trap.
I have faith in you.
All right. So how far away are we at this point from the
In
where?
the village.
Okay, we're still in the village.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to head out, and so I want to head out and but if shit, we don't have any money, do we? Or anything to trade?
There is no money in this game. Also,
No.
reminds me,
Trade.
do
Yeah.
Limited money,
Did-
actually.
Did I get renowned for kicking my brother's
Oh
ass?
right, we got 3 renown, a reputation. I put it on my sheet.
Yeah, I think you guys did for solving the case.
Okay. Is there a
Well,
bear
we
trap?
can. You have a rope of someone, a net.
I think I have rope in my pack. Do I not?
Okay.
You would have a little bit. I think everyone has like 10 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with reputation, you can buy lots of the normal stuff, right?
Mhm.
You can buy weapons, armor. You can buy a potion for 5. The sort of additional things that aren't in the normal book that you can buy include a round of the good stuff. This is usually just a really good meal that gives you temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yeah, so that costs. I think that costs one person reputation for everybody.
Okay.
There's the anti-venom injector,
Okay.
which is made from a dire bee's stinger and some chemicals, and you can jab it into things to remove its poison. Like if it has a poisonous attack, it removes that.
Okay.
There's also a venom injector, which just poisons things.
Awesome.
Does the town? Are we flush in venom injectors?
Not like flush, but you could definitely purchase or get someone to make you some.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe that is
Like if a seam has one just on hand.
He might be able to prepare you. I think he's got the reagents for it.
Okay.
So you could just purchase
Oh,
one.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna purchase one from a seam before we leave, because I don't trust our resident bear hunters.
Really?
Because they're
Why?
still alive.
Okay.
So at least a portion of what they say, I'm pretty sure, is a lie. So I'm going to buy a venom injector, and I'm going to slap it inside of the Wyvern Fang Hammer.
Okay.
So that costs me 5 renown. So
yeah,
I'll adjust that.
Do you see the description?
Yeah. It slaps in there, then it's like plus 2d6 damage. They make a con save.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, so I am loaded with an injector.
You got it ready.
Yeah.
It actually still moves a little bit.
Ugh.
Actually, you know what?
bait is armed.
Does it have a secure satchel?
No, you load it into the
Well, so
thing.
before it's loaded in, is there like a way to store this thing? Or you just kind of hold it and hope for the best?
I think Asim would have wrapped it in some cloth.
Okay, yeah, so I'll keep it wrapped until I see a bear, and then
Okay.
slap that thing in there.
Because like tripping could be disastrous if that
yeah.
thing is just ready
Well, I
to
also
go.
don't want to load it in there and waste it on like a stupid goblin.
Well, the nice thing about it is because it's a hammer, it does have those 2 sides, so you can swing the blow.
Oh, okay, fuck that, yeah. It's loaded. Get out of here.
All
I'm
right.
doing this
I'm
thing.
gonna try to avoid walking next to Vestian for a little bit, just out of
You'll
safety.
be fine.
I always do.
You'll be fine.
I was wondering if I could get. So I have 3 reputation.
Okay.
on my sheet. So if I spend 1, I can get temporary hit points for everybody.
Yeah, if you can buy a round of the good stuff. This includes dire bee meat and the juiciest legs of lamb.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
Okay, everyone gets 5 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Thank you very much, Cardis.
You got treated to a really, really nice brunch.
It is incredibly appreciated.
Ren is thanking her between bites and then looking over to Cranky Pants over there while eating it. And like, maybe it was lamb. And she just keeps eating.
I thought as much.
I would also like to buy a climbing kit that has like the pittons and the hammer and
Okay.
can I buy that, or do I have enough?
That would not be reputation, that would be gold.
Okay.
You have to purchase that from Amira, who is the trader who's stuck in town because she's afraid to go out onto the sea because she's a sailor, and sailors are afraid of bad seas.
Yes.
Cursed seas. They're very superstitious.
Okay. So I don't have any of that yet.
That was uncanny timing. You
That's
said cursed seas, and then just a roll of thunders
Nice.
fly my house. I was like,
Awesome.
Perfect.
Nice.
You do have something that is worth money.
Yeah.
You haven't used it yet.
Mhm.
Like you have the statuette. That is
Right.
technically worth money.
It is.
I think Ren has
used-
that though.
Used or unused. It's worth money after it's used or before. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you have it. That's right.
Yeah, Ren has it because the goblins were terrified of her.
Can I sell the herbs that I got? The 20 gold worth of herbs?
Either that or... So if you sell it, it's the normal like D&D thing where you don't get as much back.
Yeah.
You could technically, yeah. Or you could save it for making potions or that sort of thing.
Yeah, just save it. We'll be fine. We'll
Can I
use.
sell half of it?
Yeah, go for it. So you go find Amira at the... She would also be in the foreign quarter.
Okay.
Her and her crew. Like, basically it's you two and then the crew of this ship that are in that part of town. Most of the buildings are not occupied.
Okay. Yeah, she would give this statue to her and then be like, here, if you want to hold this, we'll go sell some stuff. And she's just digging through herbs in her bag that are like, have little pieces of cloth between them.
Okay.
And they're like nicely wrapped with little, things.
So the statuette does give you 20 gold. And if you want to sell your herbs, it's at half price.
Okay, did we want to sell the statuette? Or did we want to keep it? Because it does something, right?
Yeah, so it makes any random encounter tables rolled resolve as if a 1 was rolled, which I'm assuming makes it so like the least upsetting thing happens to us.
I'll tell you right now, 1 is always uneventful.
Okay.
So if we want to have a boring day besides killing a bear, we could all say a little prayer to this thing and then sell it.
Okay. I am fine with the selling or the keeping.
I'd rather sell it.
I have no qualms either way. The fool is a fickle god.
Do we want to do a little prayer before we sell it if it's the same gold? Or are we just good with getting rid of it and not praying to the coyote?
Maybe this bear is going to be difficult.
Okay.
Pray if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll pray.
Yeah, I'll join you with
I'll
that.
join. Yeah.
I'm into this magic stuff, so let's have a little prayer and see what happens.
I'm into this magic. I'm about it.
I'm about it. I'm here for it.
So Coyote prayers, he doesn't care what you say really. It's just sort of like you ask him what you would like, and he tries his best. He's very busy. He's very busy everything change always.
Oh, Coyote, it'd be real nifty to not die today. In your name, Coyote.
You hear
Amen.
Thunder.
and then the crystal breaks.
That's good. I don't. Okay, well,
Celine, what have we talked about with magic? I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Control.
I'm not angry.
but
It's
I'm
not
just-
an illness.
Speaking of magic, hey, I do want you, Ren, to make me that charisma saving throw.
Is it what?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
hey, you're fine. You're full of charisma. You're good.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
Okay.
You haven't succumbed to the need to break open this thing that you have on your person currently. The
I
amber.
forgot about that.
You have that little thing,
Don't
yeah.
worry, Ethan didn't.
Nope. I mean, I momentarily did, but then I was reminded that it's a new day, so that's a new thing.
She even kisses it for good luck. Puts it back in her pocket. Ooh, piece of candy.
Your lips just feel dirty now. Like you just slapped some mud on them.
Perfect. I'm here for that.
There isn't any, but it's just
She's all about it.
okay. It's
Something
part
about
of-
one with nature.
Okay.
Like that smoky kind of lip gloss. You know, it's
There
a
you
very
go.
like bold look. It's really
Just
cool.
switch things.
Hashtag fierce.
Hostad topic, you know, over here.
All right. So
Wow.
you guys are
Wow.
heading out into the woods.
Yeah, so
Woods.
I would like to, when we get into the woods, I would like to start, as we get closer to the area where the bear's said to be, then I want to start looking for places where we could maybe like set a trap or find a good, something, some kind of terrain that would help us out.
Okay. Well, because you use the blessing of the coyote, your trip to the area is uneventful. I was gonna make you roll on the table because it's a great table. There's some fun stuff on this table, by the way. It's not all just random encounters like fights and stuff. There's some fun stuff.
I look forward to it.
There's also some really mean stuff that isn't fights, but like just being rained on all day, which is never pleasant.
No.
All right. Module time. Tracking a bear is not the difficult part. In their wake, they leave their mark on the trees and trample bushes. The beasts they killed are left torn open and scattered across the grass. They are feared, hated. They remind us of the horrors of the nothing that hope to invade our world and what would happen if we fail to stand up to them. Currently, you stand in the brilliant autumnal colors, shaking in the chilling wind. It feels very like this is a very like peaceful moment, save for like as you kind of like reach up this hill, save for this blighted mark where all the trees have been knocked down and torn apart. I'm not talking just like, like actual bears will like scratch trees and sometimes push one down. This is like if you got like a lumberjack crew to just like strip mine a forest, except they didn't pick up after themselves. They just left it there.
So we're not talking Jungle Book, we're talking Fern Gully here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Are there any like actual tracks? I mean, we see the signs that the bear's been here, but are there like footprints? Are there anything like that? Something we can like look at to discern any knowledge about this bear, like its size, or if there's even potentially more than one about?
Go ahead and give me survival.
Ooh, I don't have survival. Would nature work, or you want me to still go with survival? I'm cool either way.
I'll give you different information for nature.
I'm gonna go with nature because that's what I have, and that's more my character, I think.
Okay. You're looking more for. You managed to find some tracks. You couldn't follow them probably, but you do know that it's a large creature. Like meta knowledge, right? It's large. Bears are also really fast and really strong. That's kind of their MO, right? Like you kind of follow some of the tracks for a little bit, and you can see that this bear clears ground because you can usually tell how fast something is going by how far apart its footsteps are. In certain places, they get real far away from each other.
So as we're moving around, Vestian's going to kind of like lag back a little bit. He wants to give the two seasoned bear hunters plenty of room to really show their stuff. And when no one's really paying attention, he's going to look around for tracks and other things of that nature. And hopefully do the same.
I was also going to roll survival.
Also, Derek, because of your role,
Mhm.
and this is typically how I sometimes do creature rolls,
Sure.
you can ask me for one. You can ask me for its armor class and hit points,
Ooh.
its attack bonus and damage, or knowledge about one of its special abilities.
Ooh. Well, here's the thing. We're going to figure out what its special abilities are real quick, whether we want to or not. So I think Salim is trying to judge like how big this thing is, how much space it's clearing, getting a size of the bear, eventually, or like its AC and hit points. He wants to know how buff and strong this thing is. So I would love to know that information.
You know they have 13 AC for natural armor and about 72 hit points.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Which, you know, he will convey to the party that, you know, as he points these things out, oh yes, the leap here, it's quite something. This is a really big one, Ren. This is actually bigger than any bear we've fought before. It's going to take quite a bit to bring this thing down. On a scale of 0 to 100, I'd say we'd have to hit it 72 times to fell it.
If you're all rolling minimum damage.
That is very
If we poked it with a stick, that's how we would take it down.
So speaking of sticks, I think while you're investigating and everyone's like looking around doing their thing, Ren's trying to look for the biggest branch that's fallen off of a tree, and she has two really big branches with leaves coming off, like arms. And she's like, what if we scare it first? She's just waving these branches around. If she can find some type of sticks.
I would say you're currently maybe a third of its size, so maybe some bigger branches, and we'd be golden.
Okay. She goes off to look for more.
While you're off going alone into the forest to find more branches.
I'm not far behind.
The bear-ridden forest.
This is why I have a keeper, in case anyone was curious about it.
You guys do manage to find some of the tracks for this bear. Would you like to follow where it's going or where it's been?
Where it's going. I'm a forward-thinking kind of witch.
Progressive witch, yes.
There you go.
This is for Mike and Maddie.
Because they went. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where?
What was the... Actually, you know what, Ethan, what was the information we got about the bear to start this quest? Just that it existed?
That it existed and that people should stay away from it.
Okay. So it hasn't been reported like it's murdered anybody, right?
The hunter who saw it with his own eyes barely made it. He had a good gash in his arm.
Okay. But we have no reports of an actual corpse.
No.
Then yeah, he would look to after the two bear hunters run off, he kind of looks to Cardis and says, you see the tracks?
Yes.
In the complete opposite direction that they ran off in?
Yes.
Should we follow the bear or see where it came from? I don't believe I have any reports of someone getting mauled by it, but...
No, but Well, if we follow where it's going, maybe we do it quietly,
Yes.
and we don't attack until we're all together.
Yes.
Just
Wait for our
just-
fearless bear hunters.
yes, but yes, we maybe just go have a look, quiet like.
I can try. I'm not great at quiet. And he kind of adjusts his chainmail.
Well, we go slowly.
Right.
Hopefully, then we will hear and notice bear before it notices us.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me some teen stealths.
Oh yeah. -1.
At some point, when we get together, Salim tries to keep the lie going, just like, it's just as we expected. The bear was not over there.
What?
Okay.
Bad start.
Perfect. Okay.
Bad start.
Just as we suspected.
I rolled a 2.
You're doing great.
That's fine. You guys are fine.
Maybe it's
So
because I'm holding branches.
just trying to rip them off of trees.
I think there's not enough tree anymore, so I'm just towering, and my giant horns are just towering over everything. I can't hide.
All right. So you guys are following the tracks of where it's been.
No, where it's going.
Where it's going. You were trying to find where it's
Mhm.
going. Okay. As you guys trample through the woods, I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
No, that's fine. You don't have to.
Imagine if you didn't, though.
I like that you use trample.
That's what we do.
So you guys are trampling through the woods, and you guys kind of find this very neat path, almost like it's been used for a significant amount of time. Except you know that there is no reason for there to be a path over here. The bear has made this place its own, which becomes much more evident as you come into this clearing. Whoop.
Oh no, a clearing.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's not like a pit, but the walls do kind of come up at an angle. So the back end of this area is much taller than where you guys are currently standing. So it probably gets up to a 15-foot drop at the other side, but it starts at no drop where you're at.
I wonder if maybe we can try and get corner the bear in here. For a trap, I was thinking maybe we could use the ropes and the pittance to make a barrier, or a net or something.
Yes, Salim and Ren, you've tracked and trapped bears before, to their demise. How would you best trap a bear, given that we should be able to corral it here, perhaps?
Yeah, I think Cardis has the right idea. Just get them in a corner and trap them. Maybe lure them in somehow.
If only we knew someone who was loud and boisterous and good at attracting attention.
Yes. Too bad my brother was afflicted.
Uh-oh. I didn't like
At
that.
that moment, you guys hear one of the trees just come swinging down, and standing on the top of the cliff is a bear.
Nah.
I am pulling out my longsword.
Ren drops the sticks.
I want to make one note about this bear. You do see the hilt of a sword sticking out of its back.
Dope.
Was that little Linus?
No, that's actually an arrow, but
I bet if we pull the sword out, it'll be really friendly to us. Vestian, you should go try.
I read a fairy tale about that once with a mouse. I think it was Ian, eventually.
But because everybody failed their stealth checks in this case.
What?
Well, you guys had a group stealth check, which means
Yeah.
if half the party succeeds, you all succeed. But if half more than half fail, you all fail.
His planking around has ruined our stealth. I knew we shouldn't have brought an amateur bear hunter with us.
Ren throws down the sticks. The last time we worked with them, I tell you.
But we gonna roll some stuff.
Oh, you son of a gun. All right, don't forget to click on your tokens before you roll.
Yeah.
Capano. Capano.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Nailed it.
These rolls, y'all. These rolls.
I'm just getting out the low numbers in initiative so I can roll better later.
Excellent point.
We're doing a great job.
So you'll notice that the bear has 2 points on the initiative. He gets to act twice every turn.
I try not to notice that.
However, because you roll a 7, he doesn't get that 17 spot on the first turn. So Vestian, you will be first.
Dope. Get wrecked. What's he doing up there?
He's doing that thing where he like looms, like he's gonna jump off this cliff.
Okay. Do I know the rough jump distance of a bear?
Probably about it's the same as its speed.
I told you, and I did point out earlier that it's jumping along far, so you would know in character that it could leap.
Okay, I'm going to move right here and pull out my sweet new shield and also my dope maul.
You can't. The maul is two-handed.
Shit. That's not great. It's not versatile. Okay.
Nope. It's a two-hander.
Okay. Well, then I pee a little. I pull out just the hammer.
Okay. Did you pass the shield along to anyone else? We can retcon.
No,
that.
it's just on my back.
Okay.
Yeah, it has replaced my normal shield. It is slung on my back with my battle axe that I also carry.
Right.
Yeah.
Strapped to the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else you're doing?
That's it. I'm gonna ready an action to fuck up this bear.
Okay.
That's the action. When bear approaches, we'll fuck it up.
Cardis.
Okay. How far away is it? Okay, I'm gonna get just a little bit closer. Just kind of move over here. And then I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on it. And trying to, damn it, I had a good one. And then I say what not the past and the safety it brings. It doesn't mean anything. We've come too far. There's no going back now. It will be my...
Is the bear spooked? The bear's spooked!
The bear is...
Roll your damage.
Oh! 3.
Alright, 3, and it's been mocked.
It has been.
Which means
Yeah, and then I have my longsword out. And I will, you know what? I'm gonna inspire Vestian. And they'll, I will say, damn it.
too many
that-
lyrics.
Yes, I know. I have so many good ones, and as soon as I look at it, I'm like, no, wait, that's not right. I will turn to him and I will say, "Who can raise you from the fall and save you? Only you. Who can take the pain away and change you? Only you. Gather all your pain and suffering. Turn them into strength and weaponry."
And you hear, what?
And yes. There's your bardic inspiration.
Dope. I get a D6 to add to shit. Super awesome.
That's my turn.
All right. Bear going.
Okay, Bear.
There's disadvantage at least.
Bear's gonna jump down and throw this tree at you guys.
Rude. Ethan.
So, let's see. I'm gonna make a strength because this isn't something it should be able to do. It throws the tree at you, but it lands like right in front of you guys. So like
Fucking rude.
here. It just kind of like huffs it at you guys, and it kind of like splatters. You guys kind of duck and hide behind your, maybe you flinch, maybe you don't, maybe you just stand there. Awesome.
Very
But-
confused as to how this bear just threw a tree at us.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a tree on the ground. It
Yeah.
just like threw the trunk of a tree at you. But he did that like scoop up with both hands and just tossed it,
I don't like this bear.
and it kind of like tumbled over that towards you guys, but stopped right before,
Is that all you have, bear?
and it snarls at you. I should mention that there's like this weird black ichor coming out of its eyes and its mouth.
Does it look like Vestian's brother when he was like had kind of like the tears of black coming out?
No, because that was more like smoky.
Okay.
This is more like black goo. Just
Goopy.
yeah. Think of
Great.
like really bad eye boogers, but black and continuing.
I'd love to think about that. Thank you.
That'll haunt your dreams.
I mean, yeah. I've talked a little bit about the nothing, and that they're literal They're the thing that wants to destroy all of existence because they don't think it should be.
Okay, so my turn.
My
Yes,
next
Celine.
goal is to find the Keyblade and lock it. Queen of Hearts.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, okay, so Salim will rush up forward and actually stand next to Vestian. And as he gets up here, he will start to yell out, "Same plan as last time, Rand. Yes, the exact same plan. I have definitely done this before." And will hold his hand out, and he's going to try to cast Guiding Bolt on this bear. And I'm going to burn my normal advantage I have left to hopefully do something cool. So, rush forward, left hand out, fires a Guiding Bolt, and 20.
That's a hit.
Awesome. So this light just bursts forth from that bandaged hand, and that bear takes 16 radiant damage.
I forgot how good Guiding Bolt is.
And the next attack at it has advantage.
yeah, it's a good
This-
spell.
It's a real neat spell. I had to reread it, was like, wait, is this right? This is too strong. It's not, okay, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, it just strikes the bear like straight in the head. It does that thing where like it hits it and it kind of like evaporates around it. But you can tell that it's pained, right?
Okay, good.
But I'm just saying it has that like smoky like.
No, that's really cool. I like that. Awesome, and that's it for me because no one's hurt. So.
All right,
Okay.
Ren.
I think Ren was still like kicking the sticks and just kind of like not paying attention. And she heard bear and got scared and then forgot about it. And then as soon as Salim was like, "Remember that time we were hunting bears?" And she looks up and just goes, "Yeah, I'm helping," and just throws her hands up and casts Witch Bolt in like a panic. Not well. Yep. It's
Nope.
about par.
All right. So it's kind of a panic motion, right? It's kind of how in the flavor, right? Because you were off doing other things. You're like, right, I have a thing to do. And it doesn't quite, like, it lasers past him and hits the cliff behind, and does have like a very tremendous, like, rocks get splattered into the air, and it kind of like rains onto the back of this bear. But it does walk out of the dust cloud towards you guys. Oop. We've updated our hotkeys. Roll 20. Try pressing Q. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if I haven't used Roll20 too much lately for maps and stuff, so there's new stuff. Lots of new stuff.
I don't ever, so you're fine.
You can use waypoints. Waypoints are cool. Like
I put pretty pictures, and then that's it.
Mhm.
Yep.
It does that thing where like slow walks towards you guys,
No, Jason's towards us. Okay, cool.
and it's gonna end its turn there.
Perfect. Stupid bear. Just trying to get you to come over here. Meet at the end of my hammer. No, I'm a bear. Is that the end of its turn?
Yeah, it's done.
Is that my turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now though, it does look like it's gonna try to hit you if you get next to it.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Is to hit it. I can't hit it from here. So yeah, I'm going to again panic, and then I am going to run in. I'm going to look to Salim and say, "You've outdone yourself this time," and I'm going to run towards this bear.
Your father lost one son. Don't make him lose two.
Do you jump off the tree?
I mean, it depends. Do I have to roll to be awesome, or
No.
then I absolutely jump off the tree. Like, there's that one scene in that dragon movie with Matthew McConaughey. I two-hand the mace as I leap off the tree, and I'm gonna smash it in the head and miss because that's how this game's going. Yeah, I got an inspiration die. Fuck yeah,
Mike, I'm gonna tell you right now, if it has no mechanical benefit or detriment, I will always let you be awesome.
perfect. My magic is fueled by ego. I'm done. This is it. Get fucked, bear. And I'm injecting it with my injector.
All right.
So you're gonna take 8 damage, and then it's a DC 13.
Yeah, con save.
Yeah.
Which it fails.
Get fucked, bear. And it takes another 7 damage.
Alright,
so
so total
15 total
15.
damage, and I don't know, is it poisoned or does it just take poison damage?
It just takes poison damage.
Perfect. Yeah, so I basically run up there and there's, and you can hear like this no kind of noise as it injects, and then the pod, I think it ejects out of the side of the hammer, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, there's just the bee stinger stuck in its shoulder now, kind of just wiggling around.
Actually, I can you can pull something out as a bonus action, right? Like a potion out of your bag, or like a different weapon.
Yeah, that's just a free. You have one object.
So he runs over, he smashes this thing in the head, and as soon as the stinger ejects, he also throws the wyvern hammer to the side, and then reaches behind him and pulls out the shield and just sort of puts it in front of him.
Shields are different. Shields actually take an action to equip.
Do they? I thought it was a bonus action to equip.
Nope.
Well then, shit. Reverse that. He just looks awesome and hits the guy.
Okay. Yeah, so the stinger actually detaches when you like pull your hammer away. Like rips apart. You have to like click it out later, but that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, but you did some good hurt. Cardus.
Does this bear still look like it's already has attacked him?
Oh no, I'm supposed to have a ready to action. So
oh,
it is gonna swipe at you.
It hits.
So yeah. For 5 piercing.
Oh, that's fine. That just takes away my
Temps.
my temporary points.
Yeah.
okay. No. I think I'll go, yeah. I'll just move to right there. And I will smack it with the Olu's longsword.
All right. It you actually like swing at it and it like scratches along its hide. But doesn't pierce it. You can see like some of the fur kind of like poof off.
All I can do.
Bear's turn. All right, so it's going to try to bite at Cardus and then slash at Piston.
Oh yeah,
Miss.
All
that hit. The bite gets me.
All right, so the bite does 10 piercing damage.
Ow.
As it, you slash at it and it immediately just like turns at you because you're kind of still a little mystified from it, your sword not going through it, and it just bites at you and catches along the like bracers of your armor, and you kind of have to like rip it off.
Get fucked.
Salim.
Salim will. He's gonna try to fire an Eldritch Blast at this thing. So I'm gonna get a little bit, move a little bit. I'm not gonna do a cool jump because I'm very afraid of twisting my ankle if I get on this log and try to do a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna kind of be ducking behind this tree and fire an Eldritch Blast the bear. Here we go. Hey, that's a nat.
Look at that crit.
And that's agonizing, so it adds my other warlock thing I picked up for second level was I add my charisma to this damage. So it does 8 damage total.
All right. So you blast it. Have you explained what that looks like? Is it just force energy?
Like I said, because Ren's power is all like this dark shadow magic, like all of Salim's is this bright white light that kind of like starts at the palm of his hand and begins to glow and like kind of travels up and down his arm before it finally fires out as just this like bright streak of light heading towards the bear.
I'm gonna do some like writing here. What happened is it bit at Cardus and then it looks like it was gonna turn to swing at Vesden and you actually blasted it right in the arm, knocking its arm away.
Nice.
That's awesome. And then he will just yell out, "Cardus, mind the teeth, please," as he uses his bonus action to do healing lights and give Cardus 1 one healing.
Thank you.
Wow.
It was the thought that counted.
Yeah, you know.
1 hit point can count for a lot,
Wow.
That's it for me.
especially at this level.
Yeah.
Red.
I think after seeing Salim release this energy for the first time today, her eyes start to glow a little bit more white as you see a little bit of frost come out of like her breath. And I'm going to use... No, it just won't work.
Oh.
Chill touch.
Chill touch worked!
We are in sync right now.
Wow.
Team crit.
Bear hunters, what's up?
Y'all never seen bears before? What? We eat them. You don't even know.
I still want to see that part. This is what I'm here for.
So your chill touch hand kind of just grabs at one of its ears.
Yeah.
It's like pulling at it.
You gonna learn today, bear.
Bear does not learn. Bear kills things in front of it.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
We're doing the same thing. Bite Cardus, slash at Vesden.
I prefer if you didn't. You didn't. Great. Thanks.
didn't.
I appreciate that, Ethan.
Oh yeah.
Okay. A 13 wouldn't have hit you, Vesden, correct?
No. Without my shield, I'm at 16.
Yeah. Fix that.
Fuck yeah.
Because I'm going to mention this just because I like explaining cool mechanics they came up with. Every time this bear misses, he gets a +1 to attack and damage.
Oh, fuck.
So
Okay.
we're at 3.
Okay.
Vesden.
And it resets when he hits you, right?
Yeah, it actually does.
Then I am kind of impressed by the bear hunters. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little impressed by them. And he kind of like he glances back as these magic blasts kind of come out, and he looks back for a second, and he kind of like nods to Salim, and he turns around and with his he takes one of the hand with the weapons and he just bashes it like open palm on the top of the head of this bear. And I am going to cast Inflict Wounds. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Oh, fuck yeah, cool. I was going to use that Bardic Inspiration. And so, yeah, my action is to cause... what the hell level am I? Can I level... Oh, no, it's level 1. Capeo! 14 points of damage to this bear.
All right.
And so basically you see him like palm the bear's head, and this like black necrotic kind of energy seeps like kind of like a black flame goes around his hand, and you just see it like burn into the flesh of the bear, and then you see it coil back around his hand and then back up his arm and into him as I cast False Life as a bonus action, and give myself let's see, 1d4 plus 4.
False life is an action.
Is it an action? I thought I read it and I'm dumb. Damn it. What did I read?
It's
Sanctuary?
Casting time one action.
Ah, I read Sanctuary. I was trying to protect someone, but that's okay.
Sanctuary,
We're fine.
false life.
Yeah, Sanctuary is for some reason the way stronger one is a bonus action. That's
But-
okay.
Arguable. Sanctuary's kind of a niche though.
Yeah. Perfect. That's it. I'm done. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I do the same thing. And it covers my whole body, and I cast Shield of Faith. That's a bonus action. Get wrecked.
Yeah.
So now I have plus 2 AC.
Cool. Cardis. The bear's looking kind of wobbly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go at it with the sword again.
Another miss.
I'm trying so hard to be worthy of the sword.
I think
I am not worthy.
What happens this time is it's not that you slash at it, it's that it kind of like when you swing at it, it bats you away, right? Like it uses its paw to parry.
Yeah.
And
It's a new sword. I'm still getting the feel of it. Yeah, that's it.
then we're gonna bite Vesden. That's a miss. And then because we're now at the 5th attack that he has not used, all right.
Fuck.
Never mind. Now
Suck it,
proc.
bear.
I'm just gonna let you know his next attack is an automatic critical.
I don't
Oh
like
no.
that.
That means we got one turn to kill
You can
him.
basically see like the light in his eyes just burning with hatred and the need to rend you asunder.
Good.
Ren.
Believe. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, let's just go for broke on this. Yeah, Salim can see this bear getting angrier and angrier, and it's just like, we need to take it down now. If we don't, we are in for a world of trouble. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast again, but I'm going to burn that owl crit I have, which, if I'm right, it's either a nat 1 or a nat 20.
Yeah, you have to roll it's a D1. A 1 is a 1, a 2 is a 20.
Let's go for it. What's the worst that could happen? That is actually.
There's about a 50% chance of the worst thing happening.
It's just like, we got to take this thing out. And I'm assuming just nothing.
No, you fire and it like just deflects off of it.
Oh.
Like the hatred is starting to like burn energy around it, like it's burning ozone. You can smell it. And
Bad.
Ren.
It'll be fine. She's going to just very casually, you just see her hand tense up and kind of like crick, like in the horror movies when you kind of see like creepy twitchy hand movements, and she'll again cast sorry, I closed my sheet. But get a 10.
I think it does, like you guys both basically fire at the same time, and they both just kind of deflect off of the like smoking vapors of this bear. And
You did your best. Go team.
She's
Third
still
time.
now she's just angry.
It gets on both of it gets on its back paws and does that thing where bears stand up, just brings its hands in the air and just slams at Vesden. Which is an automatic crit, so I'm just gonna roll damage.
Sure, how much damage though?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh
20.
Wow, you couldn't do literally 1 less damage?
Nope.
20 is exactly my hit points.
I just noticed.
That is exactly my hit points.
So this bear just stands up and just clobbers you over the head. Like I think maybe in that moment, you're just kind of stunned at how big this thing is. Right? Like, you fought big things before, but when it gets on those hind legs, it's like 10 feet tall. And then just poof, there's a big like poof of dust smoke as you go flying backwards. In fact, I'm going to say you land right there over the tree trunk, and your feet are kind of like dangling over the trunk.
Good, I like it. I'm a fan of that.
And still has or the rest of its multi-attack, so it's going to bite Curtis. And miss! Listen, roll me a death save.
Sure. You got it, buddy.
You're fine.
1 success.
Curtis.
If I move to help... No. I shouldn't.
You'd provoke.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get out of reach of it.
Yeah. Okay. Then... Okay, well, this is better than nothing. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Everyone loves Thunderwave.
Well, I rarely use it, but, you know, let's give it a shot.
Thunderwave is one of my favorite spells.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
aim.
it fails.
Yes!
And it kills it.
Yes!
Do you want to tear this thing apart with your shouting, or do you just want to knock it into the cliff?
Definitely, yeah, like, push it back.
Okay.
Into the cliff and, like...
It does that thing where, like, you're just shouting, and it for a moment, it looks like it's going to stay on the ground, and then it just lifts off, hits this corner here on the cliff, and breaks its spine, and just kind of falls over limp.
Well, the whole forest heard us, but...
Did you shout anything in specific?
Or
just die?
Yeah. Joy! Yeah.
Okay. And you can just hear that echoing through the entire of the woods. And birds kind of fly off.
Yeah, just like mouth agape staring at Cardus, like completely blown away by that.
Celine, it's your turn.
That'll work, Cardus. That'll work. Oh, right, him. And we'll lean down and kind of pick up Vestian, like just lean him upwards and, you know, kind of cradle him for a second and just kind of be like slapping him in the face, like, come on now, come on. We need you to wake up. And casting Cure Wounds on him.
What happened?
Let me... Boop. Oh, come on. So you get 4 hit points, but...
What the hell? What happened?
I told you we are accomplished bear hunters.
Ren has the sticks in her hand again in the background.
See? And by the look of it, Cardus is already picked up so quickly and so well. Not a bad first go for you, Vestian, but we have some notes to discuss back at the lodge, I think. We'll have to evaluate your performance.
I thought I held my own against the bear.
Yeah, well, you still ended up knocked out over a log.
That is true. It did rear up and crush me. I saw my life flash before my eyes. It was impressive.
You shouldn't have angered it.
No, I'm still very interested in seeing how you cook and prepare a bear. So.
Actually, I'm still quite full from that excellent meal Cardus bought us earlier, so we'd have to wait to do that another time, I think. Right, Ren? Are you doing okay? Yeah, okay.
Well, then perhaps we did kill a bear. That's got to be quite a bit of meat and leathers. We could bring it back to the village, and you could teach everyone how to prepare the meat.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that since you're so afraid of it. You know, the corruption and all. I want to make sure you're comfortable here.
That's fair. I appreciate that.
Celine, because you did have that nature check earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that bears are considered tainted creatures and should not be eaten or skinned.
For sure.
What you do instead is you usually cut off the head and burn the body in a ritual.
Yeah. I will be going over to start doing this.
Okay. There's enough wood around. You guys could probably just build a big old pyre real quick.
Yeah.
I like that Salim's about to explain it. Well, typically we cut off the... Okay, Cardis is already doing that before I even suggest... Okay, that's just the normal thing? All right, great. Just impressed. You're already sawing this thing's head off.
She's just doing that.
I don't even think she knows it's part of the... No, it's just really metal. Okay.
Cardis, go and give me a religion check real quick.
Okay. What? I cut the head off everything I killed.
Okay. It takes you... What? It takes you guys about an hour to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard work cutting off a bear's head. And not get corrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part.
Yeah. So you guys kind of like... we're going to cut forward to the scene where Cardis is holding the bear's head in one hand, but we see you guys in silhouette of this giant fire that is currently burning blacks and blues and oranges and all these different kind of like swirly colors. And it releases no smoke. And almost no heat.
Huh.
Yeah, you guys killed a bear!
Yeah, Salim is going to try to do that really like cool tough guy stare and like slow nod at like what's happening before slowly turning his head towards Ren. And when his like mouth is completely away, just like mouth like, holy shit, we did it! Holy shit!
Ren has sticks, and she's like, celebratory bonfire! And she's just has sticks and is just doing witch things, just chanting around a fire.
This is also part of the ritual, yes.
Yeah. So, because you guys have killed a bear, which is kind of marked by the gods as sort of enemy number one, because it's a nothing. You guys actually are blessed. You guys can all increase an ability score by 1.
Oh, wow.
It seems like a trap.
Sick. Yeah. What's the? Okay, I'm waiting for it.
No catch. That's your treasure for this fight. Oh, also the hilt of that dagger you pulled out of its back.
Oh yeah. What's up with that?
It used to be a sword. It looks like it was shorn off, and then someone still tried to stab a bear with it.
Okay.
It counts as a +1 dagger. I should have mentioned the shield that you got earlier counts as a +1 shield.
Nice.
These are gifts from chat or the fickle gods of chaos.
Thank you, you fickle gods. Just to go way full mechanics, is there a limit to any of the stats we pick here, or like a max that
Nothing
you
can go above 20.
Awesome.
Oh, a stat.
Yeah, an ability score.
I just increased the skill. I was like, oh, just a skill point. Let me put that in there.
No.
Stat.
An ability score.
Awesome.
Hot damn.
I'm going to use Thunderwave more often.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. We watched you scream a bear to death.
that's true. We did watch that.
It's pretty
dope.
metal.
It is pretty metal.
You just yelled die at it, and then it did.
That's about as metal as it gets.
I'm gonna, because I was given these informations, I'm trying to remember where they were given to me. Oh, here we go. The +1 dagger made from the pommel of a broken blade of a longsword with a rat etched into the guard with a little crown on it. On the pommel under the guard, there's an odd carving with symbols. And then the shield just looks like a wyvern carved out of a wyvern adorned with the feathers of a wyvern, because wyverns are feathered in this setting.
Yep, I'm down for it. The wyvern hammer, wyvern shield. I'm a wyvern warrior. So now, not prepared to eat. Just burn it.
Yes, this is the traditional way of getting rid of the bear.
Well, I knew that much at least. Well, so I've been told, but I wasn't sure if this was also you'd consume it from here. But okay, maybe the next bear.
Yeah, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Anyways, we should move the topic of conversation onto anything else.
While you were traipsing through the woods, I'm not sure what you were doing. I think she might have been dancing. And he like side glances to Ren. Cardis and I found the bear's tracks, and we also found where it was coming from. We could track back and see where its origin was, perhaps where the bear crawled out of, if it injured anyone else, if perhaps there's more corruption that could be stopped in its wake.
Do we do this now, or would you like to go take some sort of power nap to feel a little bit better?
You don't look so good.
It
Oh.
is.
Right.
We should rest a little before we go on.
You're right, I did almost die a little.
Yes.
That's fair.
I have a question for you, Mike. Do you want a cool scar from this bear attack?
Fuck yeah, I'll take a cool bear scar. My dad's a badass.
You can choose where it is.
Man, I have armor everywhere except for my face.
His toe.
I mean, if it got through your armor, you just have to mend that and it'd be fine.
Oh, it's true. I do have mending too. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think like from like the shoulder down, there's like a big maul mark that goes through. And it looks all badass. And then I mend it back together while we're resting.
Okay.
The
should-
armor, not the wound.
Okay. Yeah, if we're gonna do a short rest, I will do a little song while we rest.
Ooh, Song of Rest.
Yes. So
It's just like dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
rested. I was trying to, Cardis. Jeez.
This is very relaxing.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Exactly. But somehow it works.
You're actually like fluxing the air a little bit in such a way that it makes healing better.
I know what I'm doing. Oh, good. I'm gonna need that extra D6 now.
How long do temporary hit points last? Like, are they gone now after this rest?
These will last for 72 hours or until they are spent.
Oh, hell yes. That was a dope meal we had. Thank you again, Cardis.
Still not as good as bear, but it'll do.
Do you want to know what happens if you eat bear?
I know what happens. That's why I keep saying it. I know it's bad. I know it's no bueno, and I assumed death. What happens?
Not immediately. So anytime the creature eats bear meat, they must make a Constitution saving throw or become tainted by destruction.
What if we're already tainted by destruction, but not?
Or if you try to wear it, same thing. After 24 hours, the creature under the effects of this disease gains a +4 bonus to its strength score and is no longer in control of their character and must attack the closest living creature it can.
Is there a known cure? Is it
This
more
is-
bear meat?
The creature may be cured either by a spell that cures diseases,
It's more
or by making either a Constitution saving or Constitution for consuming, or a Wisdom for wearing, after each long rest, or by killing the creature and burning its body. That's another way to cure it.
Huh.
You'll note
Okay.
that just killing it does not cure you of the disease.
Okay. So eat it right after we kill it before we burn it, is what you're saying. If we were going to eat it.
No, you'd have to burn your body. You have to
Oh.
die and be burned to cure the disease.
How does that cure the disease? You're dead.
Actually, from my understanding of the medical sciences, if you're killed and burned, it cures all diseases.
Yeah. It's very effective.
That's actually the
Actually,
quickest way to cure any disease.
With
in
my
any
extensive
living-
medical knowledge.
Yeah.
The effect, though, is that if you are killed but not burned, you're not cured of the disease.
Guys, get cremated. That's where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Just to be
Well,
sure.
Save
It's
space.
D&D. There's Revivify. Like, that's a thing.
It also stops you from becoming a ghost.
Hmm.
So.
What
You've
about
been watching too much Supernatural. Go away.
So we're taking a short rest, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, you guys are free to do that.
That's 12, and I get a what is it? A D6, Maddie, for your Song of Rest.
Yep.
Spell slots are only after a long rest, right?
Correct.
Depends on your
Okay, so
warlock.
she's not gonna rest because she doesn't.
What are you? A
She's
sorcerer?
fine. She's a pro.
Are you a sorcerer?
You're level 2, so I think you can burn sorcery points to get spell slots back.
Yeah.
How? Okay, I'll look it up.
Spend 2 to get 1 slot back.
To get one level 1 slot back, yeah.
I'm gonna do that then.
And you only have 2, I think.
Yeah, there's. You don't have any other uses for them yet.
I am resting because I need
I have
both
3.
mine.
I think.
All right. I
Okay.
am rested.
All right, what are you guys up to?
Should we
It-
It is 2.
return down the trail and find out where this bear came from?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea to learn maybe where the corruption came.
Do you guys kind of backtracking to find out where the bear came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I
I'll
think
take-
Vestian and Cardis were the only people who saw the tracks, so we would have to follow them now.
Yeah, he now that the ejector's gone, he puts the wyvern hammer back and he pulls out the battle axe and the shield. He says, "I'll take point," and he begins to walk forward.
Yeah,
down the
I'll follow
tracks.
behind you.
Ren will link her arm with Salim's and just kind of lean in behind him and just be like, "So, does he know that he's now bear bait? Like at all times? Look at him. He's willingly doing it this time."
He either knows and doesn't care, or he's still too damn foolish to realize. Either way, we're not getting bit first. And Slim just kind of shrugs his shoulders.
Us surviving actual bear attacks by running away is starting to make a lot more sense.
Mhm.
I won't tell him though. Then she just kind of giggles and then
All right. Go ahead and make me someone, whoever is leading the party, I guess. Roll me a d100. And you're muted, Mike.
84, higher is better, right?
84. So
Oh, Mike.
That wasn't a confident noise you made just now.
I'm not gonna make you like fight things because we're on a stream, but you do come across a pack of wild dogs.
Are they corrupt wild dogs?
Nope, normal wild dogs.
Okay.
That I'm gonna give you the choice because I am a kind DM to either completely destroy or attempt to tame.
Attempt to tame, attempt to tame, attempt to tame, attempt to tame.
Roll me an animal handling.
we're yelling that in unison from the back.
Derek,
want
you're
a
not
dog!
Salim. You're not Salim, for the record.
Oh, I'm not good.
You guys can make like a party animal handling check here.
A 15.
Okay. You managed to convince 2 dogs to follow you back to town. And they can be trained later.
Okay.
Maybe not by you, but
By actual trained hunters? By real hunters, you mean?
you don't have to kill some dogs.
Perfect.
So, what are we naming them?
Ripper and Terror would be...
So,
Sorry,
Cardis,
I just-
Rin, what are we naming them?
I liked his suggestions.
Thank you.
Rip and tear.
She just leans over to Salim. I had better names, just so you know.
I know you did. I know you did. The next wild dogs we come across, we'll get to name those.
We always say that.
I know.
Oh, they're adorable. That little guy. That's Ripper.
I'm glad we didn't destroy this teddy bear I'm looking at.
That's Ripper for sure. Look at him. You can see in his eyes. He's got a fucking day up.
She's like fuzzy
Look at
and wuzzy.
Look at him. He's gonna kick some ass and take some names.
Just for the record, these guys are as strong as wolves.
Perfect.
In fact, they are technically wolves.
Yeah, they would fuck your day right up. Ripper and Tear.
Yeah.
I like it.
The dogs of the north are very hardy and generally unpleasant in the wild.
Good. I like this. So yeah, I guess we lead the dogs with us, right? Because we're not going back to the town right away. Because we're following the trail.
No one's ever done this before. I'm gonna have to make some stuff
this.
up. Most people just go back to town. They're like, oh, bear's done.
Look at this group. We are not most people.
Right? Actually not. You know what? We're gonna make us some fiction real quick. You guys come across what is, before it was sort of like, just sort of like a fallen in area. This is an actual literal crater.
Okay.
There's a crater in the ground, and that's where the trail goes.
Can I do a nature check?
Sure.
Yeah, definitely need to look in on the crater. But also do that.
Can I do a survival to check the surrounding area, or is nature preferred here?
I mean, survival would get you like tracks and what's dangerous about it.
Actually, you know what? Would I know? Okay, so being a priest, would I know like how the corruption works? Like, obviously, if you eat something corrupted, you become corrupted. But if like another creature comes in contact with like the shit that the bear was leaving behind, could that potentially corrupt the animal or the thing or anything that it touches?
You don't believe so.
Okay. So I'm not worried about something wandering in and wandering out.
You aren't going to become corrupted because you were slashed.
Yeah. I was more worried about like other things coming in here and being tainted by the bear.
The taint, or the corruption comes from not actually eating something, but choosing to eat something that is corrupted.
Oh, so you're like taking it willingly into you kind of thing.
Correct. It's actually a philosophical problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it doesn't corrupt things unless it willingly becomes corrupted,
Gotcha.
which nature doesn't know about. Nature likes to survive.
You telling me life finds a way?
Yeah. But yeah, you find this crater here, and you guys rolled some checks. Double check on that. Yeah, it looked like something fell here, but there's nothing left in the crater.
Could Salim's eyes kind of gloss it over and go white, kind of shining a little bit as he casts Eldritch Sight, which is just detect magic to see if there's any kind of resonant thing still here?
No, you don't see anything here.
Weird. All right.
Can I look for use my herbalism tools around here, see if there's anything out of the normal or anything rare?
There isn't.
Okay.
Just there's nothing really here. I'm going to give you guys some meta knowledge. The bear fell here, or more likely jumped.
I still can't believe we killed that bear.
You yelled at it until it died. It
made me very upset.
Listen, I know that it's a time of celebration right now that we have quadra-handedly killed the bear with nary a scratch.
Not a word, I believe.
But from where did the bear leap to leave a crater and to live also? Bear hunters, I'm looking at you.
An excellent question. Not bad for your first day. Honestly, pretty good. The answer clearly is space, he says, like with his eyes like raised at Rin, just kind of like shrugging his shoulders. I don't know.
Can I let you know something real quick? That's actually not a bad guess.
Really?
That's where the nothing comes from, is space.
She doesn't know this and wasn't really listening, and just kind of backs you up, and she just gives that like creepy look she does before she's about to cast, just goes space behind you.
Just points, nods.
Something to know about the setting: the stars in the sky that you look up and like see stars in the sky are actually the eyes of the nothing looking at you.
That's creepy.
I don't know if you just said there.
I like it.
In fact, space itself is is the nothing, right? Like the space between the stars is a physical entity of nothingness. The nothing are bad news. You just killed something that was born from nothing, or corrupted with it. That's why you don't want to be it.
Just 2 middle fingers to the sky.
I know how I told you guys this was like a fun Disney game until Ethan's like, the space is the eyes of demons staring at you. Like, oh fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Tee.
Ren's like, who wants a hug?
Remember that time we met the adorable rat person and we found cute puppies?
Like the whole point of the Titans is, I mentioned this earlier, is that they get a cool story. They do something really cool. So cool that they climb to the top of the mountain and then shout at the sky to scare it away.
Yeah, you're a monster. Mr. Bear. You're a mean one. Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear.
Alright.
Oh, okay. So now that we've determined that the bear came from space, we fucking roll for sanity, I guess.
Sanity check in this game. You're fine.
Fucking Cthulhu.
You're
goes on my
already
eyes.
insane.
Yeah,
Well-
perfect.
Then we know, I guess there's no more. So
At least this was the only one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll survival anyway because we didn't actually do that. I want to make sure there's no other bear tracks.
that's a good idea. Yeah, or other animals that could have been corrupted.
Kapow! 15.
Oh, my full 20 is acting up again. It's not been happy tonight. 15? No
Oh,
other
I got
bear
a
track.
20.
In
Okay,
fact,
so no other bears.
no other tracks in the area that you
Okay.
can tell.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, then we can go back to town.
The job well
Buffers in
done.
town.
Round of the good stuff on me when we get back. You've done well, bear hunters. You have earned my praise.
That's something, actually. Thank you. You held up pretty well yourself.
Thank you.
And then there's fucking Cardis. Like, Salim is still blown away by this.
Also, look at this.
She's like-
This nasty scar.
I think Ren looks at Cardis and is like, we should put on another song. There should be a whole album.
Just die.
Ren gets to bang on pots. She's in.
Yes, but please be careful with your lyrics, otherwise you might kill, everyone who comes to see and support you.
Yes, yes. I don't use that spell when I have an audience. No. That's I don't use it very often, but when I do, when I need to. And,
So-
I felt I needed to, so I'm happy that we have all made it through this day.
So when you guys kind of return back to town, people are just like, you killed a bear? Because you have its head. You're still holding it,
Yeah.
just dripping.
Well, and I'm gonna hold it because I'm the tallest, so I'm gonna make sure everybody can see.
Oh, and we came back with 2 dogs, so we killed a bear and simultaneously tamed 2 dogs in the same day.
Not tame, just kind of like captured and
So Salim and
That was
Ren
for
have these two
And the
puppies.
Have rip and tear.
It's Cardis with a severed bear's head, and then Ren and Salim holding puppies above them. Yeah. We're here too.
She has like one up here and then a stick. She's still like a crazy lady with the stick.
So yeah, people are like very impressed. Torek kind of like finds you guys and just like, you did it. I didn't know that's what you guys were going out to do.
Oh yeah, there was a report of a bear in the area, and we figured if it was going to stop the hunters from bringing back food, that it'd best be dispatched.
He just kind of gives you a wide smile and just pats you on the shoulder and looks at the rest of them like, did they even help at all?
Yes, Salim and Ren here are actually accomplished bear hunters. They said that they have actually hunted bears several times. They were of great aid to the team and an asset in bear hunts. Should you need to hunt down a bear, or perhaps even several bears at the same time in the future, I would at a minimum recommend these 2. Perhaps even myself. I could use another bear under my
Of
belt.
course.
And
I-
Cardis as well. I believe I was struck by the bear, but I was told that she screamed it to death.
Yeah, I see the battle scar.
Yeah. It's a rough one.
Well, if you, I can get that mounted into a proper trophy if you would like. Kind of looking over to Cardis.
He looks around to everybody, and like he like Ren and Cardis. You can see him like examining your head, and then he looks finally to Salim and goes, "Could you fashion it as a helmet for Salim? I think the horns might get in the way for the other two." I'd wear it myself, Salim, but you are, in this case, the more accomplished bear hunter.
Okay, now that is actually the nicest thing you ever said about me. It's finally positive. While I would be honored to accept such a memento, I have to acquiesce this to Cardis, for she was the one to deal the felling blow. If it's okay with Cardis, I would love that. But if not, if Cardis would like to keep it for herself, that is perfectly fine with me.
That's fair.
Oh, no, please. Yes. I'm fine.
You hear from the
Happy
crowd.
to help.
You hear from the crowd at the mention of fashioning a bear head into a helmet. You see a large man with a big bushy yellow beard come out. He's like, "Oi, give it to me! I'll get that done right quick." You know this as Olaf Second-Shield, who is the best blacksmith in the town.
Now, Ethan, I need you to redraw Salim's picture with a fucking bear skull helmet.
It's like a Cubone.
Yeah. The happiest Cubone ever.
Are you sure you want to wear their skull on your head?
1 second, he says to Torek, and kind of shuffles together for a powwow with the team. Okay, what's gonna look the coolest? Like, I need some help here. Plus, you're gonna be journeying with me, so you're gonna be seen with me. Like, what's the style now?
Well, this is made out of wyvern bone, and this is made out of wyvern bone. So I felt like, as an accomplished hero, that you should also attempt to look like an accomplished hero.
Yes.
By wearing the bones of the fallen.
But for you, you don't wear armor much. So you want, I think you will want the skull to be closer to the head. So well attached, so it doesn't fall off when you cast your spell. With my horn, it's too hard to wear. I never wear a hat, so we will.
Ren will look at her and pull her hood over, and you see the horns come out at the top,
I
like they
imagine it would
poke
be-
out from under a little bit.
It'd be a very long process to slide the helmet down.
Cardis has horns that are about almost a foot around at the bottom and about almost 3 feet long.
I'd never considered that hats for you would be a potentially 3-man job. Huh.
Exactly.
Yes, she can barely reach the tip of her own horns.
Ethan, how big is his head? Are we talking? How big is this bear skull?
Well, it
Like
ends up
regular
being
bear
5
size?
pounds.
Okay.
Okay.
We can reduce that if you're actually trying to wear it on your head.
Mhm.
But it's a big old. Bears have big heads.
I just more than anything want to look cool. So, and that's in character, would even say, I just want to look really, really cool.
Can I offer a solution then?
Tell me more.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking post this picture. This looks dope.
Just take the jawbone
Mm.
and either make it into like
Hold on.
Oh,
or like a necklace or like a shoulder pad.
No, go click on that link.
headband.
Tell me that doesn't look badass.
internet is not working, which is weird considering the fact that I'm still talking to you.
Yeah, that is weird.
That is badass. Yes.
That's really cool. But I think I really like Ethan's suggestion because, all right, to be fair, he's got a floof. I like the floof.
That's true.
So I kind of like the idea of the shoulder, like the bear skull, like
Oh
as
yeah,
the
like a pauldron. Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's the route I want to go.
Dope.
Well, there might be enough the skull to do one on both sides. You could maybe have the eyes and the jaw.
Oh, Cardus, you are speaking my language.
Hold on, I got you. Don't worry, there's an image for that too. Boom! Fucking bear skull pauldron. Get wrecked.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Fucking done. That looks dope. I want to buy that right now for real.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll have to look at those later.
You have to kill the bear though.
I will kill the bear for that. If I do cosplay.
You know who to call.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So you guys did succeed at killing a bear. You all gained 3 reputation points.
I guess.
Because that's pretty sweet. And then you can.
That's renown, right? That's just so I'm clear.
Yeah, the reputation points. Yeah,
Yeah. 2, 3. Dope.
renowned reputation.
And the first order of business is after of course giving the helm to was it 2 shield 2 something.
Mm-hmm.
I buy a round of the good stuff.
All right.
For this team.
It's twice in one day. You guys are just full of really good food.
Now, do they stack or is it
They
still
do
just
not
5? Okay.
Temporary hit points never stack in 5th edition.
Yeah.
It
Time
always
it's less meal this time and like just all of the ale to get you shitty and celebration for killing a bear. Like he buys out the whole bar.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's an appropriate use of money, of hard-earned renown rather.
people liking you enough to. In fact, kind of what it is, it's not because you don't just be like, I'm buying this. It's that when you guys walk into the room, just narratively, people are like, hey, it's this guy. Give him all the good food.
You damn right.
Like, you don't have to ask for it; it just happens.
Perfect.
Like, as a player, you ask for it, but as a character, it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of happens.
I like it. I'm down for that. And yeah, so like once the few rounds are in, he says there's something else. Cardus, I believe you had brought us the news. There's a trickster, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
harassing the farm.
Yes, we should definitely help them with that. Yes. Edith Uladotter's farm.
Yes. Now I know that the meat and things that the hunters go out for, the marrow, the sinews, that's the more important piece. But without the wheat from the farms, we wouldn't last much longer either in the winter to come.
Bread, this stuff of life. We should help them.
Now, what do we know about tricksters?
Think maybe they are mostly pests.
Ethan, what do we roll to know about tricksters?
You can either give me a history check, I guess, for past tricksters.
Can I roll a history?
Is like any advantage for Ren, who is a walking trickster, essentially?
Not. These are more like tricksters.
I don't
kind of
need it.
Well, you had explained it to me before as like I think that they were more like little goblins or gremlins or something.
Not like take things or do annoying tricks.
Right.
Just to do them, right.
It's.
Yeah.
But obviously people think it might be actual, like an actual person,
Mhm.
some sort of scoundrel, basically. The trickster is not like, haha, trickster. It's like, oh no, we got to get rid of this trickster. Like it's serious business.
Like he's stealing people's stuff in the night and like breaking stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I still cannot get into roll 20.
We'll keep an eye out for socks.
All right.
One.
Well, shall we go then and see what we've got to deal with there, or
You guys going today or tomorrow?
you want to go tomorrow?
You guys still have some time today.
Are we all feeling okay?
I'm
Is
feeling
everyone-
pretty great. Plus, we had a round of the good stuff, so we all have temporary hit points.
Yes, we can go now. I'm feeling good.
Maybe we just kill the bear. How bad could a trickster be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, so we do we know where this farm is?
Yes. More importantly, do I know where this farm is?
Would I know what to look out for a trickster?
Pranks.
like they don't have a certain like
It's not like they're a club.
they do. I don't know.
It's like this is likely one person messing around with other people.
Just a lone jerk.
Yeah, as far as you understand. Like they don't usually live long.
They're not organized.
Yeah. A trickster would usually, get like put into a cage and hung on a tree for like 3 days to see if it like dries them out of all their tricks. Like it's not a pleasant thing to be a trickster and get caught.
Okay.
It's very serious business. So you guys are gonna head out there. I'm gonna say it's about like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, at least we can just talk, find out what.
Yeah. Worst
What's
case,
going
we bring the trickster back and the dogs play with it. Rip her and tear.
So as you guys kind of like head back,
You're muted, Mike. Sorry.
No, no. Am I?
On stream.
Is on the stream, maybe?
No.
Trickster's in the chat. We found him.
round them.
Yeah. No, I'm not muted.
Just talking quiet. So as you guys kind of like break out back into the roads heading to the farm that you got, the Edith's farm, they're actually a very busy place, especially now in the autumn. You see homesteaders working alongside their hired hands as hoes drive into the dirt and sickles cut at hay. They're actually currently in harvest. The slight chuckle of laughter can be heard over the fences as men and women tell stories to shorten their sort of like the efforts of their work. Sheep and goats can be heard in the distance as you travel down the dirt road to your destination. It is the absence of all these things that make Edith's farm, in its great vastness, a little odd. The men and women, as scattered as they seem across the fields, work in sullen duty. The animals remain silent, occasionally looking side to side, kind of suspiciously. Edith herself appears to you as you head to the main house, kind of at the gates as you head over there, because everything's fenced, because herd animals and all that sort of stuff. You do get the sense of like confusion and relief across your face, though. And she addresses you. What's got you all here?
We came from Hostan. We heard that there was a trickster abound on your farm.
So they say.
What? Have you not seen anything? You not experience?
No, I think people are just overreacting. I think it's overworked minds. We've been on double duty ever since most of the hunters have left. Torg has been taking my hands out into the woods, and I haven't often seen them since.
Who is taking him?
Torg.
Who is this?
Ah, you're Torg's son, aren't you? Could you tell him to bring my men back?
I'm sorry, why is my father taking your men?
For the hunts.
Well, of course, yes, that...
You mind if we maybe just look around? Maybe help you out a little.
Of course, if you're willing to spend some effort, yeah, of course. I just don't bother the hands, and watch out for Snippy.
Excuse me?
It's the gray-haired goat.
Oh, nice.
Kind of points to this like big goat standing on the top of a hill.
And I'm assuming he got his nickname because he's very good at wisecracks and retorts?
If those retorts involve teeth, yes.
Okay. 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 Is there anything before we go and look? Is there any latest trickery about? Is there anything that has happened recently that you can point to?
One of the horses died the other day. You might have a look at that.
It's a little extreme for a trickster, no?
Yeah, it's a really bad prank. It's more of a crime.
She kind of gives you that like, yeah, look.
Did it die in a specific way, or do you know?
I don't know. We've been busy seeing if we could extract anything from it, but it's had one of my men not feel well, so we've decided to burn it instead.
Was it particularly funny in any way, the death?
No, just dead in a stall.
Okay. Markings?
No, it had been cut from the chest to its, stomach.
And were there toys?
Bessian,
I don't think this is a trickster. I'm not gonna lie.
Bessian. Tricksters aren't. Tricksters aren't jesters. They're not meant to be funny. They're meant to be a nuisance.
Yeah, but in like a fun kind of way.
No,
Like it's silly.
no.
You gotta
Not
let go
like
of the root word trick here.
Think
If, like I said,
funny wrongdoer.
feel free to investigate yourself, though. It should be in the, I believe they're preparing a pit by the farm or by the barn.
Okay, I'll go over to the barn.
Okay. I should mention that Edith's farm is possibly one of the biggest farms in town.
Mhm.
She has some of the most land. She definitely has the most livestock. While most people would kind of keep their livestock in their own house with them to help generate warmth, she has a barn,
Mhm.
which is kind of unheard of. She just has that many animals. But there's kind of like a somberness knowing that most of them will probably get slaughtered before the winter comes.
Aw.
Other than that, most of the land is used for growing either hay or like grazing fields out in the distance, and she also has like a private garden that is growing some other stuff like cabbage and turnips, you imagine. So yeah, there's the barn, there's pastures. You can see sheep and cows and horses sort of in those fields, and then there's some like you see like a cluster of houses that are the farmhands bunks, and then she has her own house with her family up on the top of the hill.
Now, Ethan, is it normal for Torek to I assume take men for the hunts, right? That seems pretty normal, right?
Literally, that's what you guys are.
Right. But we passed by a shitload of farms that had plenty of like farmhands.
They're, I mean, they're probably still low on numbers, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Make sure what she said didn't sound weird. Like he's,
This definitely looks like less than you would expect.
Okay.
Like Torg might have taken more from here, possibly because they were successful.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're headed to the barn.
The barn.
Guys, I have a -1 intelligence. My
shows.
investigation, no goodie.
All right.
Thanks, Ginger.
Oh, I just remembered that there's mechanics for all this. Shoot.
Oh, crap.
I mean D&D?
D&D mechanics? No, actually, completely different mechanics. I think I stole from another game.
Nice.
I roll a spot hidden.
You can roll me 2d6 for discerning realities. No.
Ooh. So what do we see when we head to the barn? Like you said, there's several farmhands building a pit.
Yeah, so you see two farmhands sort of like starting to build a fire around this horse that's kind of in a small pit that looks like they use for burning, whatever, maybe refuse, that sort of thing. And they kind of
Okay. Yeah, I'll look. I'll the horse.
Oh, the horse! There's a horse here.
Yes, can I see?
Look at it. It's right there.
Yeah, I'll go look.
There's certainly a horse that has been. I forget what that's called when you cut something.
Bisected?
Not bisected, because that would imply it's in half. It's just
Okay.
its chest cavity's been opened up.
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll me an investigation or a nature.
Let's see what I've got better.
Yeah, can one of us assist in this too? Or do you want separate rolls, or?
Are you guys able to roll or log into Roll20?
Yeah, I'm in there right now.
I just rolled 18 nature.
Okay, I think I'm back in. This is giving me some issues earlier.
I'm gonna throw a medicine in there if I could. Is that applicable?
It might be, depending on if they're successful, which they are. Cardis, this thing has been cut open and there's lots of stuff missing.
Stuff missing.
Like, it looks a lot more empty than it should.
She'll look at the farmhands.
Bones have been peeled open.
Like the marrow pulled from the bones kind of thing?
Like the rib cage has been cracked open. And that there's more goop inside of horses than what's here.
When you find this horse, you find it with much goo on the ground, insides everywhere.
Oh, there's plenty of blood, but now that I'm thinking about it, no, there should have been more stuff.
I think maybe what killed it took its organs.
Medicine, with your medicine check, you can tell specifically that it's missing its heart, its lungs, and let me double check. I believe it's lower intestine.
That's a very specific set of organs, and why?
Yeah, it's not like you just reach in and I'm gonna get a handful, and it's those three.
I'm gonna get a handful.
Get a handful of horse stuff and beat it.
It's not even like when you cut a horse open. That's not even like what falls out. You gotta reach in there. Those are in there.
Correct.
Yeah. No offense. He's gonna look to Ren and say, I don't think this was a trickster. It's missing a very specific set of organs. Do you know anything about ritual magic or corruption or any of the above? Ren? He says
No, I do not.
Salim?
I wish I could be more helpful.
I have no skills in religion or in arcana, so Salim, I think, does not know anything. So he's just like, it was my thought too, but I'm untrained in these things.
I cannot think of a creature. Like I have proficiency in nature. If it's some kind of natural creature that would do that, then maybe I would know that.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I would know? Maybe there's
Sure.
something that does like.
I'll give you
Like a
some.
ritual that requires those things specifically.
Yeah.
All right. Because this is still like really early tech. Like medicine isn't a super well-known thing in this world. Like it's still very primitive science. But you know that the lung and hearts are very important for things to live. Like things need their heart and lungs to be alive, and if you're going to make, and they're often used in rituals that either like bring things back to life or do some sort of animation. You're not
Some
really
sort
sure.
of darker necromancy.
Correct.
Okay.
I should mention in this world there is no like undead problem. You can't just have skeletons and zombies running around.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she would she's just kind of looking at it, and you would see her like reach over and just kind of pull the ribs back to see what exactly is missing and take a look around. And she'll just it's a ritual that shouldn't be done. This isn't
Dark magic.
this isn't right.
Right, but what does it do?
I have to find out who.
I think whoever killed it is trying to use these ingredients, we'll call them, to raise something else, possibly.
Is that farmhand still around?
Mm-hmm. Still
Celine-
prepping the fire.
Salim would like to approach him after hearing these things and just kind of get his attention. Sorry to bother you, my good man. We are here to investigate the awful, awful things that have been happening. And this may sound like a very strange and out of nowhere question, but I insist I must ask you. Have any one of the workers lost someone important to them recently? Has there been any accidents or tragic, untimely deaths here?
No, not that I can think of. But if you're looking for someone who's been acting suspicious,
And I am.
kind of like hesitates for a second.
Oh, come on. We can't help if we don't know.
Roll me the persuasion check.
Hell yeah. A thing I'm good at.
I am.
Fuck.
Can I help?
Yeah, we'll say you were helping because you're kind of part of this.
Okay.
That
'Cause
would
I
have
have-
only given him a 10.
Hmm?
So that would have only given him a 10.
Okay. So you want me to try? I get a +1. So 21.
Okay.
Please, please tell us we are.
You have a +5 to persuasion.
So do I.
He's like, you'll want to talk to Carriot. He's been sneaking around lately. Some say he's the trickster, but no one's been able to find him.
What was the name?
Carriot. Throw that in chat.
Okay. Where did you see them last?
Salim, you would recognize this as a Meritaran name.
Maritain, here on the farm. How long has he been around?
A couple years.
Hmm.
Very good worker. He makes the scarecrows. Kind of points. You see quite a few scarecrows out in the fields.
Out of what?
Oh, the old grass, the chaff. I don't know if you know much about farming.
Are there any new ones?
Yeah, actually.
Let's go look at them.
Do you mind showing me us the new ones?
He kind of like some of the blood off of his hands. Yeah, let's go take a look.
Yeah, no. Clean up as you can.
Yeah. Spits on his hands and comes along.
Good.
Like I said, medicine's real low.
On the list of things to do today.
He kind of takes you over to one. And he's like, "There's one. Good craftsmanship. I ain't seen a crow since he put these up."
And how many has he made recently?
I don't know. I haven't seen him like put any up. Like I said, he's been missing a couple days.
Yeah, I think at this point, like Vestine is gonna lift his battle axe up and kind of like press it to the chest of the scarecrow and just sort of and tear down. I assume it's like a shirt.
I mean, it's not because it's bundled hay and stuff.
Right. Oh, is it? Like, okay, so what does this scarecrow look like then? Let me try it that way.
It's. Oh, you mean you want to tear open the shirt?
Yeah. I assume it's like a shirt stuffed with hay, right?
Yeah.
Like, traditional scarecrow style. Yeah, I want to cut this thing open to make sure it's not a hay bundle stuffed with organs.
The shirt tears open and there's hay.
Are you trying to fight something more your size?
Actually, I think I have.
You know what, Ren, if you could, you're a little on the taller side. You want to reach inside the scarecrow there and just feel around for some horse organs. If you could.
Your arm looks capable.
That'd be great. Now, I'm a little too short for it, plus you know the magic things better. You'd be able to tell if there was a ritual happening. I think you're actually better suited for the job.
She's gonna stick her arm in there. She doesn't care.
You're just gonna put your hand in there?
Yeah.
All right. How far do you press?
Like
right up into the horse organs.
You're going into
through.
it. Okay.
She's going through if she can.
You feel hay, kind of warm hay because it's been in the sun all day, and you get a little further, it gets a little wet, and then you can feel something in there that's definitely kind of gooey.
Can she pull it out?
Yeah. So you pull it. It's kind of stuck in there a little bit. How hard do you want to pull at it?
She's gonna like put her foot up on it.
Okay,
and get her other arm in there.
So you're gonna do that thing where like you tug, you pull it out, and you like both of you go like flipping backwards, right? And there's this like stream of blood as you've pulled out a lung.
Ren's going to, as she pulls it out, goes, ah! Just falls on the ground with it in front of her, and she goes, there's still another one in there. She's just holding it with two of her hands, shaking a little bit as it rolls down her arms.
I would imagine there's several more pieces in there.
The hell am I looking at?
Did you drop it?
I made a mistake earlier. It's not the lower intestine, it's the liver.
Oh,
The liver.
super different.
Yeah.
I think that's one of two horse lungs.
Give me a quick nature or medicine check.
Yeah.
Can I give one since I'm up close and personal?
Oh yeah.
22.
A 3. There's blood.
Bastian, you know this is actually a human lung.
Oh. Yeah, so he's kind of like optimizes, I believe that's one of two horse lungs. And then he goes over to like offer Ren a hand. And then I assume she like reaches out with a bloody hand and it slips as he like is not looking at her at all anymore and doesn't actually grab her hand. And looks over and says, I was wrong. That's not a horse lung. That's a human lung.
She starts wiping her hand. She like goes into her bag with her elbows. She's trying to like pull out a cloth as she's just like wiping her hands off. So, oh, this is bad. This is worse.
It is. It really is.
Well, I believe we found the missing farmhands.
Oh dear.
No, lungs.
Hmm.
Wow! That's the end of the episode. That's what we're calling it.
I wish I had sunglasses around here to be like.
Could not have ended better. Could not have been more on brand.
Are you sure?
All right.
You sure it couldn't have ended?
100%.
All right.
Wow.
Let's go around the table and talk about how you guys enjoyed the session.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that, guys. This is episode 3. I think it was called Bear Problems, Bear Troubles,
Bear Crimes.
Bear Crimes. That was it. Bear Grills.
You are now bearing the crimes to existence.
Yeah.
Into the sunlight.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, gross. All right, let's go around, do our introductions here, then go right in front of ours. We'll start with the bearer of bad jokes, Miss Ginger Ninja. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of episode 3?
I am Xbiz Ginger Ninja. I had a lot of fun. I think that Salim and I did a lot of the work. Obviously, following right behind our lovely, very tall, illustrious lady rocker, and Vestrum was there.
Perfect. Speaking of our illustrious lady rocker, Madfish, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
I thought it was awesome. And I'm Madfishmonger. You can find me on Madfishmonger on all of the things. And I am really, really impressed that I screamed die at a bear and it died. I'm never gonna forget how fucking badass that is.
Yep.
You know, and I thought it would be kind of funny to play hers a little more like sort of, you know, soft spoken and very meek and, you know, quiet until you get out into battle and then you really piss her off and then it's scream at you until you die. So
I like it. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Into it.
yeah, I'm having fun, like kind of developing the character. I've never played much bard, so I'm learning barding. It's good.
I like it. And reaping the benefits of your power word death is Bird himself. Bird, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what do you think of today's episode?
Hey folks, I am Bird versus Plane essentially everywhere. You can find me on my own Twitch, on Encounter Roleplay, right here on Unmade, on Tall Squall's channel. And you can find me at Bird in the Storm Publishing. And we got some really exciting announcements to talk about very soon. This was a really fun episode. I'm so glad we got to cram as much as we did into 2.5 hours. That was a very event-packed and I can't wait till next week to figure out the source of these lungs and to see another Maritane for the first time. Will be interesting. Be very interesting.
And last but not least, the creator of this nonsense and all the horror we're about to see next episode. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of episode 3?
I'm Super Robot Bear on the Twitter, also known as Ethan in the real life. I do some design work, including the North Seat, as you have seen it. You can get this and all the other parts of Book 1, which we are still in. This is actually the second to last adventure in Book 1. There's one more, and then we'll be straight into Book 2. So that's all that's a lot of free content. I'm just gonna say. Just gonna say.
And you thought we weren't going to get through book 2. We're just crushing right along.
Yeah, you are actually. So yeah, I enjoyed the session. Everyone finds out about the scarecrows before nightfall, which is about to happen.
I know you dropped it. You're like, hey, it's still daylight. You guys want to just go to the farm? We're like, yeah, of course, yeah. What is it, a farm with like a little trickster? Yeah, sure, no problem. We can do that. We can handle that.
No.
Little tiny, annoying creature. It's fine.
I found their weakness, guys. You gotta reach in there,
Rip out their lungs.
rip out whatever you grab.
Trick. Guys, if you want to purchase the books of North Seat, click on that link in chat there. It'll take you right to the entire collection of North Seat. You can download the primer, the PDF for the first book for free. The second one is free as well, or the second one is not free. But you go check out the first one, get it on for free. Get the second one, drop it on there, and the third one's coming out soon. Trademark Ethan. Also, in the vein of checking things out, we are a sponsored stream this season. We are sponsored by the Dice of Rolling, which is a complete set of polyhedral dice featuring optimized quantities for D&D 5e. They also make a bunch of wooden lazed tokens. It's like carrying an army of miniatures in your pocket. Go check them out. Use the coupon code UMG for $1 off your purchase, and kick back some cash to the show so we can have all kinds of cool shit back here. Maybe we can pay Ethan to write us an adventure. And with that, I'm going to pretend like I was paying attention before and totally not look up a streamer right now who's streaming so that we can go raid them, because that's what you do when you quickly stall for time. In all seriousness, though, guys, we are back. We're not back. We're actually on a different show tomorrow. I'm on a different show tomorrow. The Stingy Ninja is on a different show tomorrow. We will both be over on YouTube /Save Our Dice. We're playing on a YouTube live show with the likes of myself, Miss Stingy Ninja, Taking 20, Cody over there, Dave from Nerdarchy, Jordan. Nope, that's not his name. Is it? Jacob from XP to Level 3, and Guy from How to Be a Great Dungeon Master, or Game Master, I believe. We're playing a new game called the Caro Stones. Come check us out there tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back here for more Island of the Sky on Thursday. And on the 20th of October, mark your calendars, because we have our 12-hour charity stream, in which it's going to be a spoopathon for the kids. Last month we donated to ALS. This month we are back on track with Extra Life, trying to raise that, hit that $10,000 goal. We're already over $7,000, so that should be it should be one hell of a time, guys. And with that, we're gonna go raid our friend Scraticus, who is currently streaming some Curse of Strahd, the Dungeons and/or the Dragons. Go check that guy out. He's an awesome dude. And from all of us to you guys, bye bye.